Good afternoon, welcome to another video. As you can see, as the title suggests, I'm down a small river. Now I've come out today, well, there's a little chub over there. I've come out today, and another one. Concentrate. Yeah, I've come out today distracted by fish as usual. I've come out today to do a little bit of small river fishing. I've got a couple of hours free. It's about 1 o'clock now. Found myself at a bit of a loose end, no childcare duties to take care of for a couple of hours. Thought fancy going and getting a bit of fresh air. I thought I'd come up here. I never come up this river in the summer. So I thought it'd be quite interesting to come and revisit some of the swims we fished in the past. I'll bring you around there a bit. You'll probably be able to see. There we are. You may recognise this from the winter. We spent most of our winter up here purely because it was the Avon was out of action most of the winter. So yeah, with the floods, I just thought I'd come up here. I've got same old really. Got some mashed bread with me, and I've got some maggots. We'll put a bit of mashed bread and a few maggots in each spot. We'll bait a few spots. Blimey, chub straight on that. It was about this big. All right, I bet this one's mashing up a bit better, really. A few bits floating there. That's not what we want. Just try and get the current to run these under the cover a bit. We'll perhaps get on the maggots as well. I think to be honest, with maggots we're going to be really plagued with small fish, but we can have a go. If we get the full small fish rooting about, it might encourage the big ones to have a go. I think we'll do that, and perhaps maybe 4 or 5 swims. That'll be plenty in the time I've got available. See what we can do. Right, let's get off down the stretch. Given that it is sort of early season, this doesn't get fished much up here. I think we're going to have to make a few swims like this. Yeah, we can sit there, that's nice. It will be. We'll get rid of the stingers. Well, this is epic. The field has been mown or cut, as you can see. I guess that's the reason, but there are 8 kites in here at the moment. I assume looking for mice and stuff. I'm quite sure what, grasshoppers and stuff. I've counted 8 kites and a couple of buzzards as well. Most of the swims I'm finding, are like this. Can't actually get in. I've been hacking my way in. I seem to have lost the top part of my rod rest. So we'll try and track it down on the way back through. We're fairly limited time today, so I don't want to go hunting for it now. But yeah, of the 5 or 6 swims I've baited, I had to clear 4 of them. So yeah, clearly no one's fished them since last year. See what we can do. Definitely want to get in here. Right, let's get a bit of baiting. Well, it's very up close and personal in here. As you can see, if I spin you around, we've got that tree round there, which we were fishing down to last year quite successfully. So, with the half bank stick, oh god, try not to make too much noise, but it's a bit unavoidable. Yeah, with a half a bank stick, we'll have a crack. To be honest, I could probably lie it on the ground, really, the rod. And these fish, I haven't seen any bait since the end of last season, so it's now gone the middle of July. It's been a while. So I'm wondering how they'll respond. I mean, this river, you can probably see as well, it's quite coloured. It never clears properly, this river. It's always got a tinge to it, sort of greenish grey tinge. It's just the way it is, really. It's very low. It's hardly moving. Doesn't bode well at all. The Avon is crystal clear and relatively low, so that's not a good bet at the moment. Not great all round, really. Right, gear wise, the rod is my Dower extendable 10-foot Ensign feeder rod, bought specifically for this small river work. My 12 foot's a bit long, really, which I was using last year at points, and my ultralight's a little bit too ultralight, very occasionally as well. Right, I think we will put a little feeder on. Thinking I might go with enough shot to sink the bread down, but I'll perhaps have a cast or two with a feeder on first. But this is the swim that I discovered last year, and it had an issue. It turned out that I was getting loads of missed bites, and it turned out they were grabbing the feeder. I discovered in the end. So you might be chancing things a bit putting a feeder on, but I do like that bit of attraction right next to the bread. I've got size 12 on. Just so if there's any nice roach about, we could possibly catch them as well, though it's really not roachy conditions at all. Right, let's see what happens. I've never fished up here, as I say, in these sort of conditions, in any conditions, anything like this. I usually come up here when there's about another foot of water on, and when it's a lot colder than this. So we'll see what happens. Maybe that we don't get any interest at all in any of these swims. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Yeah, one of the quirky things about this river is it just never clears. Right. There we go. Blimey, that didn't take long, did it? Oh no! We can't give him anything. As in any line, because he's going to do us if we do. It's all far too overgrown. Cool, that's a nice fish to start with. Oh, blimey. Was not expecting that first cast. I was hoping, I wasn't expecting it. Blimey, that's epic. Well, he's no beast at all, but I think that vindicates venue choice. Right, as is usual, I'll get him down there. Deliberately bought this nice big net, so I could put fish in it for a few minutes. Just on the off chance we can buy another bite. That is cracking. What a start. Terrible conditions. It's, clearly the chub are hungry. Well, that one was anyway. Well, I managed to put it in the tree, but it dropped out of the tree and went in the water. With the bait still attached. So that's perfect. Right, can we catch another one? Let's say, first cast that was. Hopefully we haven't scared all his mates away. If we have, we can move on, can't we? Alright, nothing doing on bread. Big chunk of bread. So let's, as I say, let's put some maggots on. We'll change up for a maggot feeder. This little black cat feeder or Preston Innovations version of the black cat feeder. Change this hook link over, form with a size 18 on. Cut the maggots on an 18. See if that picks us up any other species aside from tiny little stuff. Oh, blimey. Terrible. We'll try that again. That's better. Right, what are we going to catch? Opens up the possibilities, doesn't it, fishing maggots? Perch, rough, dace, gudgeon, roach, who knows? Chub, of course, as well. Well, it's not going crazy on maggots, surprisingly. It's some bites, but it's not going crazy. Oh, I've had them to the hook, that's why. Well, bizarrely, nothing at all that cast on maggots. Right, I'm not hanging about. As I say, we'll make a move. I'll get this fella back. Go on, chap, back you go. He's ready to go. Clearly, very lively. Go on. Now, I've never fished in here before, so I've no idea what to expect. I think we'll stick with maggots, shall we? Just dropped a bit of bread in there. I'd say about 20 minutes, probably half an hour ago, something like that now. Just looked a nice spot. Right, I was on a tip. All right. That's a bite. Oh, that's a proper bite as well. Proper clangy bite. That wasn't a little fish bite. Wonder what that was. Hopefully we'll find out. As usual, I'll stick all the information on all the gear I'm using down in the description. If you want to go and have a look in a bit more detail, exactly what I'm using. There we go again. Am I missing these bites? That was a proper bite as well. Oh, absolutely smashed the maggots. Oh, it's the only thing I don't like about this stretch, the constant air traffic, helicopters, aeroplanes. God, blimey. So nice, you just forget. Rose tinted glasses, you think, oh yes, I've got the Stour, it's lovely up there. It's like flipping Heathrow Airport. I mean, it is only light aircraft, to be fair. Oh, I really want to know what this is. I mean, I've got a 1.5 ounce tip in here, so it's not like I've got a really sensitive quiver tip. Blimey. Felt that through my leg. Got the rod resting on my leg and I felt that thumb. He's probably smashed at the maggots. Yeah, we've got whatever it is, chublet, I think. Yeah. Greedy fella. Go on. No, nothing on bread. Not surprised. Oh. So little flow down there, look, still bait in the feeder. I'm not really surprised with all those little fish down there. I'm not surprised there's no bigger chub. Right, we'll get on to the next swim. Dropped a bit of bait basically under that plank that you can see over there. Someone's lost a plank. There's a bit of depth under there, I seem to remember from the winter. Obviously there's that bush. Shovel over bush. Bit of cover. As I say, we'll go in a leak ledger this time, I think. Just flick that out over there. Hopefully not go too far. Oh, that's nice. Be perfect if there was a bit of flow, but there isn't, unfortunately. So it's not going to run under there like we, as we would perhaps have liked. A little chub swimming through now, like this big, through the middle of the swim. Something's having a go. Little fish, I think. Looks at that. Well, it's a good start. Bite straight away. Let's get a bit more comfy. Have the rod on my knee. I do like having the rod over my knee. It doesn't involve sitting in all these stingers though. There we go. Well, whatever we were getting bites from is on. Doesn't feel massive. It feels a reasonable fish. Can't go any further forward. The bank is right by my feet. Not even seen it yet. Just obviously being a chub, he's trying to get under my feet. He's in. Couldn't even see that he was in the net. Well, he's no monster at all. I did think it was more modest chub giving us these bites. No, let's get him up. Yeah. No monster at all, but very welcome. Well, let's see if we can get a bigger one or whether that's just completely killed the swim. I think there's about a 75% chance it's completely killed the swim, but you never know. Right, as I was saying, maybe not. Oh, no, he is on. I was going to say, we've missed it, but we haven't. Right, I think we've got a swim full of chublets here, haven't we? He's wolfed that down as well. I think with that, we'll have a move. I think this is the nursery swim. Next up, we've got this lovely swim here. I've chucked some bait next to that fallen tree there. You can see it's got to be a good hour ago now, so I'm going to go back on the feeder in here just to get some more bait in. Obviously we could throw it in, but it's nice to get it in right next to the hook bait. Also, obviously I'm going to fire this. I need to fire this feeder in quite low to get it across there, like that. Blimey, depth in there. Bit of depth, bit of cover, some reeds. What's not to like? See if anyone's at home. Not found my rod rest head yet. A couple of more swims to go. Alright, we'll catch some in here. Oh, stung on the back. Oh. Blimey. That was a proper knock. The damselflies come for a rest on the rod, possibly at exactly the wrong moment. Right, oh, that's little fish, isn't it? Very little fish bite. Ooh, blimey. Well, it's not a little fish, is it? I don't think it's a big one, but it's not a little one. All of a sudden, whack. He's not beating me up. Come on, Spider, you don't want to go in the water. Hey! Cracking. Well, we're not troubling the monsters, but there's a refresher session here. This has been very enjoyable, I have to say. Well, as I say, we're not troubling the monsters today. But it's a nice refresher session. Right, we can we'll get untangled from the net. We can get him down here. Just for a few minutes. See if his big brother wants to come out to play. Well, that part was pretty quick. As you can see, there's still bread in the feeder. Blimey, 2 half decent casts on the trot. I'm amazed. Oh, banks all falling over. God, banks are like concrete, that's the trouble. Oh. There's a mink over there, look. You see that? He just went for that bird. Presume you saw that. It's definitely a mink, not an otter. Mad, isn't it? Middle of the afternoon. And for those people who believe that otters displace mink, he's over there. He's just going under the trees. Oh, he's gone now. Yeah, for those of you who think otters displace mink, there's your proof that they don't, because there's been otters up here for years and there's still mink about, as you can see. I know that was the otter fraternities, or one of their arguments was that it was good that otters were coming back because they displace all the mink. Utter rubbish. Everywhere on the Avon, all the tributaries have got otters now, and there's still mink everywhere as well. I think I first fished this stretch, or this river I should say, a bit further upstream, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and I saw an otter then. So 8 or 9 years later there's still mink here, so yeah, that don't quite stand up, does it, that argument? Well, doesn't look like we're going to get another bite. Blimey, there's no flow over there, is there? It's not getting this bread out of the feeder at all. We'll have one more cast. 2 more swims to do. chub were really, really spooky, so yeah, not good. Come again like this, I think we just bring... There we go. Just listening to a message from my mate Mick. This feels a better fish. Mick's up on the arrow, he's struggling. In fact, he's taken his son out and he's blanked, unfortunately. So the chub there were very, very spooky. They do seem a bit more obliging here. Although, no. Of course, he's trying to get in the weeds. Of course. No. Well, that's a better fish. That's the one we came for. If we can get him in the net. Got him. Fantastic. Oh, it's proper jungle warfare, this. Everything's trying to either sting me or eat me. He's a proper fish. Cracking. Ow. Well, the hook's out because it's in my cuticle. Ow. Right, let's look it up there. How's about him? Here's a proper one. Cracking. Absolutely wonderful. That's the one we came for. We will have another go in here, 5 minutes. But that's wonderful. God. Bit of claret for me trouble. It's quite strange, but not hardly any signs of anything in here. The occasional tap, and it's just literally whacking over the tip. Strange. Didn't give me any warnings at all. Yeah, it's a shame because Mick's took his son with him, so obviously he's a bit disappointed they haven't caught anything. I said they saw some chub in one swim. Come up some floating crust, but they were being very, very spooky. And that's been it. Oh, right. Caught that one in like an ice brick. Oh, it's a bit of an awkward cast in here, as you can see. This tree up here, whatever it is, beech or something. Not very good at trees. I know it's not an oak or a willow. Well, I think it's a beech or some such thing. Birch? No, it's not a birch. I'll shut up. I haven't got a clue. I know what it's not. But yeah, you've got to fire it in under that, and obviously under the willow that's hanging there as well. But I found in the winter that's quite a good spot over there by that fallen willow. It's maybe not too obvious, but in front of us here, if I lift you up you might see a bit better. In front of us here we've got a sort of a bit of a pool, and that's kind of the tail end of the pool, and as you can see it sort of shallows up down there. You can see from the fact that there's reeds just beyond that willow, and they're not going to grow in very deep water. So clearly they like sitting at the back end of this pool where there's that bit of cover. We'll see if we can have another one out, but I think we're probably done in here. Right, we'll get these fellas back. Been in jail for 10 or 15 minutes. Go on, off you go. Not that way. That way. There you go. Fab. Penultimate swim. Then I bought this long landing net handle. I thought the river would be a long way away today, and it certainly is. Still not found my bank stick head. I think that's probably gone forever. I can only imagine. Oh, I've just found it. Well, I have found it. Fortunately, the pin has gone. That could be absolutely anywhere, but we can put a bolt through there. We can mend that. Fantastic. Hurrah! Literally just that, and that wasn't set up. I was literally just thinking. I had a look round. I couldn't see it. There it is, right in front of me. Right, as I say, penultimate swim. Sometimes good for a bite. Well, that's on. It's not very big. I think this is what we've been getting all these bites off, isn't it? What is it? A little roach or something, I think. Swing him in. Oh, it's a little chub. No, it's not. It's a dace. It's a lovely dace, actually. There we go. That's what's been mullering our bread. Cracking. Right, I think with that, we'll get to the last swim. Right, I think that I'm going to call it there. There's not a lot happening in this swim. We're having a few taps and rattles off smaller fish. As you see, they're battering the bread to pieces. And that's it. I think with this farmer I've just seen, it's a combine that's making all the noise, getting the wheat in, and he's getting closer and closer and closer. So I think probably a good time to call it. That's been very, very enjoyable. I did think we might really struggle with it being this low, but yeah, that's been cracking. We had a couple of nice fish and some smaller ones as well. There's plenty of fry around. There's plenty of sort of what looked like last year's chublets around as well. So river's looking in good health. That's the main thing. Now I'm out again on Sunday, but on Sunday, oh, there is a ladybird larva crawling up the camera. That's what happens when you stick the camera in the middle of all the foliage. Yeah, as I was saying, Sunday I'm out on the Y. I've got a guiding session with a chap called Keith, so that should be good. We're going to hopefully do some float fishing for barbel. I'm sure we'll catch plenty of chub. We might use a few other methods as well on the day. That day will be filmed. It won't be over on this channel. This is my vlogging channel for my fishing. It'll be over on the Fishing Tips channel. That's our sister channel that covers everything aside from my actual angling sessions, my own angling sessions. That'll be linked in at the end of the video, and I'll link it in up there as well. But for now, I think with that noisy combine in the background, all there is left to do is to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Blimey, there's an aeroplane at it as well now. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your fantastic support. And I'm going to get out of here because I haven't got any ear defenders.